Hi, I'm Joanne Antoun, founder and creator of CTC, the 2-hour life-transforming combined therapy cocktail and the International Institute of Combined Therapy Cocktail. Your emotional health is the foundation beneath confidence, and confidence, believing in yourself, truly loving yourself, is the springboard that enables you to achieve anything in every area of your life. If where you are and how you feel isn't how you want things to stay, then it's going to require change. Change requires change. It's simple. And all it takes is you. You changing your mind, making different and more empowered choices that serve you rather than hurt you. In all my years as a therapist, you name it, I've heard it. And just when I think I have heard the worst possible story, another comes along. But you know what? That's really all it is. It's a story. We all have a story. I have a story. You have a story. We all do, but we are not our story. We are so much more than that. For as long as you keep playing that same story, the same record or program, you're going to continue to hear the same tune, and therefore the exact same reactions and results will continue to appear in your body and in your life. If you aren't prepared to change, then nothing changes. So let's start with your energy, your personal power. Let's say you have 100% or $100 worth of your energy flowing through or given to you each and every day. If you wake every morning feeling tired and depleted, then that's a sure sign that you're losing power. You have to ask, to what people, things and experiences of your past are you losing power to? We also lose power to the stresses of the day and the fears of the future. It's no wonder you're so tired. Imagine waking every day and losing a big chunk of your personal power to what may have happened years ago. $10 to the fact that someone maybe bullied you at school, 30 to the fact that your first boyfriend or girlfriend slept with your best friend, 20 to the fact that somebody maybe borrowed money and skipped town. And what about all the power it takes to feed those limiting beliefs, the guilt, the shame, feelings of feeling unworthy? What about the power that's lost because you still can't believe that you actually went ahead and kissed that person? It's highly likely that come 9 a.m. you are left with only a couple of dollars worth of your precious energy, and you still need to walk, talk, pump blood to your heart, live, breathe, and continue with your daily activities. Constantly making more empowered choices means recognizing where you're investing your energy. You need to recognize where you're investing your energy and whether you're getting a positive or negative return. Negative emotions and those cringing feelings are a sure sign that you're losing power, and it's coming back contaminated with toxins that are stored in your physical body and will present themselves as illnesses if not dealt with. Each and every moment is a choice. To whom, how much, and for how long you lose your power is up to you. It's all a choice. No one ever takes our power. We allow ourselves to lose it. Whatever happened in your past is done. You've already given so much of your power to those experiences and beliefs. When's it going to stop? When is enough enough? Haven't you given enough already? If I was your financial advisor, I'd be telling you to get out before you lose everything. So I suggest starting with a $2 for 2 minute rule. Stuff happens, and we all feel it. But how about making a conscious choice to lose $2 of your energy for only 2 minutes and then bring it back, reclaim your power, let go of what happened? If the other person wants to be upset for days, that's okay. That's their choice. I promise you, start with this, and very soon you will realize that no one and nothing is worth losing any of your personal power. Letting go of the stories usually involves setting yourself free of the past, free of past issues that you feel caused you any pain. Yep, here comes that word. Forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't about the other person. You're not doing it for them. It's one of the most self-loving acts that you can do because you do it for you. Call it letting go if you like. It's letting go and setting yourself free so that you can be fully here in the present time. And when you're here in present time, you feel tall, you feel strong, you feel empowered, you feel so much more healthy. You literally become so full of energy and joy that you glow and nothing stops you from achieving what it is that your heart desires. In this space, healing happens. You suddenly find yourself feeling peace rather than just wanting and chasing it. I want to share with you the life's journey of David Chetlahay Paladin because it so beautifully weaves in the power of forgiveness, changing the way you see things, and how reclaiming your energy, your spirit, and your power can give you back your health and your life. David was born in 1926 to a Navajo mother and a Caucasian Roman Catholic priest. Dad, for obvious reasons, wasn't around. David felt unwanted and abandoned by his father. And being mixed race, he also felt different. His mother then left him in the care of the tribe, his extended family, and went off to become a nursing nun. She didn't feel that she was abandoning him, but now David felt even more abandoned. By the age of 12, he was an alcoholic. At 14, he and his cousin decided that they would run away. You know, the classic grass is always greener on the other side. I'll always find happiness somewhere else. They lied about their age and got themselves onto a merchant ship where they met another young German boy. Now, keep in mind that everything in our life, everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens by chance. So they're mucking around, palling around, having a great old time, and David would often draw the sights he was seeing. At the outbreak of World War II, he was recruited by the OSS, which was the forerunner of the CIA. David's drawings had been seen and he thought he'd be dropped in the middle of the war zone as some sort of spy artist, but instead they used him for the language that he spoke. Navajo was used to send information across the lines. At 15, he was captured, and we all know of the horrific things that took place. He was starved, tortured, even had his feet nailed to the floor for 3 days. And the wound developed into gangrene. He now lay on the floor, lifeless. They decided that he wasn't worth keeping alive, so were sending him off to be gassed. As they were pushing him onto the train, he could feel a gun in his back and a soldier saying, "Move, move." David recognised the voice. He turned around and there was a young German boy that he had met on the ship. The German soldier recognised him, and rather than allowing him to board the train to be gassed, he arranged for him to be sent to another camp. Things really weren't much better there, and night after night another soldier would come and shove chicken gizzards and maggots down his throat. Now David believed that they were trying to kill him slowly, infest him from the inside out. His life had been horrible. He was over it and didn't want to do it anymore. He lost consciousness and apparently came out of his body. And at that moment, the spirit of Kandinsky, a famous Russian artist, entered his body. It was keeping him alive. He now only spoke fluent Russian and introduced himself as Kandinsky. The war was over, the camps liberated, and because he only spoke fluent Russian, David was sent to the Russians. The Russians said, "Hey, he's not one of ours," and sent him back. He ended up in a veterans hospital where he stayed in a coma for 2 years. When he came out of the coma, he'd lost use of his legs. He wallowed in hate and self-pity. He resigned himself to having to spend the rest of his life at a veterans hospital. David's tribe, his family, had no idea what happened to him, so he decided that he would pay them one final visit. He told the elders what had happened. They held council and decided that they would help him. They tied a rope around his waist, threw the crutches and the braces away, and they threw him into the little Colorado River during high flood. And they started yelling at him, "Call back your spirit, David. No man can live without his spirit. Call back your spirit, David. No man can live without his spirit. Now, it doesn't take long for a lifeless man to drown, but suddenly, one image after the next of all the horrible things that had happened in his life appeared. And he started saying, okay, I release you, I forgive you. I release you, I forgive you. Call back your spirit, David. No man can live without his spirit. He kept forgiving, he kept releasing. He was letting go, he was setting himself free. When suddenly the image of the German soldier shoving chicken gizzards and maggots down his throat appeared. He knew it was forgive or die. It was the hardest thing that he had ever done, yet it was the most freeing. David said, okay, I release you, I forgive you. And in that moment, the man in the image spoke to him and said, I was trying to keep you alive. It was the only food I could find. You see, it wasn't what David had thought at all. His perception of things was all wrong. David reclaimed his energy, his spirit, his power. He was back here in present time. David swam to the water's edge. He walked out. He became a medicine man, a shaman, and an artist. He was set free. Nothing has any meaning other than the meaning you give it. Could your current perception of your life and experiences be causing you more damage than the very experience itself? Isn't it time you love yourself enough to be set free? Now, I promise you in CTC, we don't tie a rope around you and throw you into deep water, but if you're ready, CTC, the life-transforming combined therapy cocktail, will set you free. It will transform you. The law of the universe is what you radiate, you attract. Everything you think, say, believe, and especially what you feel becomes true for you. So think of your conscious mind as a general and your unconscious mind as soldiers. Now, we all know that the soldiers are there to follow orders, so whatever that one general says, the millions of soldiers always do. So if your left brain, that general says, oh, I'm not good enough, life sucks, everything I do fails. No matter how hard I try, I just can't seem to lose weight. I eat it today, wear it tomorrow. Nothing ever works out for me. Everybody always lets me down, etc. I can guarantee you that your soldiers stand to immediate attention and they say, yes, sir. They then go out into immediate action to radiate the energy to attract to you that which you have ordered. The people, the things, the experiences, to make sure that you are absolutely right about your perception of the world. If you think that everyone out there is selfish, uses you and lets you down, then you're absolutely right, because every person you attract in your world will be exactly that. Your world is a reflection of what you radiate. Right, wrong, good, bad, it doesn't matter. They just follow orders. Be very careful of what you think, say, believe, and especially what you feel. It's like they say, be careful what you wish for. This isn't woo-woo, it's a science. We now know that the brain is the electrical pulse or transmitter, and the feelings, our heart, is the magnetic field that draws what we put out there to us. So how about we start saying things like, everything I touch is a success. I am a magnet for divine prosperity. I only attract loving, loyal and supportive people in my life. I lose weight easily. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. Riches of all sorts are drawn to me. Basically, whatever it is that you desire needs to be put out there in present tense as though it is in your world now. We never use the words will or going to, because that's like tomorrow, it never comes. And it's important to always think about what you do want, never what you don't want. Because the unconscious mind doesn't process the negatives. For example, if I said to you, don't think of a chocolate cake, you can't help but think of a chocolate cake, right? Now, don't think of a chocolate cake being stomped on by a pink kangaroo wearing purple earmuffs, orange gloves and green slippers. Now, here's another very important tip. The moment you think of anything at all that's even slightly negative, catch yourself out. Remember, they are your thoughts, your choice. So you simply say, cancel, erase, I used to think that, and replace those thoughts with something more positive, something in present tense. For example, Cancel rays, I used to think that, but now I know that everything I touch is a success. And most importantly, and this is where people go wrong with affirmations, they forget to feel that which they desire. You need to feel it, see it, say it as though it is in your now. Remember, your brain, the thoughts are the electrical field, and your heart, the elevated feelings, are the magnetic field. If you say your affirmation but feel lack or fear, then what you desire remains out there waiting for you to be ready. Once you're ready to let go of all the BS in your head, yes, it could be bullshit or belief systems, call it what you like, the limiting beliefs, the labels, the whole story, and ready to make different, more empowered choices, you then begin to rewire your brain and kickstart that genetic engineering. You literally start to change your body and your world. We can only attract to ourselves that which we vibrate at. So let's say you're here at this level, and in this space you attract to yourself this quality of life and people. But if you want this stuff, this higher level, I hate to tell you, but no amount of praying is going to bring this down to you. It's up to you to raise your vibration to match it. So now you choose to work with affirmations, only thinking about what you do want, feeling it with an elevated feeling. But now you need to raise your vibration. And we raise our vibration by living more consciously, serving others rather than being self-serving, being positive and having an attitude of gratitude. Think of all the things that you have to be grateful for. Really feel it. Gratitude is what opens the door. It's what opens the door and raises your vibration to this space where you attract a higher quality of life and people. My key to manifesting quickly is to imagine and feel beyond the outcome. I see and feel it as though it's already happened. And then I say, I don't know how, I don't need to know how. But thank you. I surrender completely. I leave the how to the universe rather than limiting the way in which what I desire can be manifested. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Nothing has any meaning other than the meaning that you give it. The unwanted patterns in your life are there to get your attention and draw focus to an area of your life that needs healing. You just need to be ready to let go and make more empowered choices. With CTC, the Life Transforming Combined Therapy Cocktail, all these programs that no longer serve you can be discovered, healed and released, allowing you to create the future that you desire easily. Are you ready to reclaim your energy, your spirit and your power? Are you ready to live a life that you love? Visit iictc.net for more information.